Okay, so we'll be looking at another part of the Mabinogi Eternity post on the Korean site. So, art technician, character creation. As with most game development projects, the Mabinogi Eternity project was especially in dire need of professional technicians in each field. How are existing art resources rendered within the engine? What should I do to bring this to the new engine? There are always many different types of costumes and hair in Mabinogi. What should I do to make this movement more natural? I really wanted to do it when I went to the new engine, but is it possible to express all the things that could not be expressed due to the wall of an old engine? Because we needed people to give us answers to all of this, generally the problem is solved through collaboration between artists and programmers. In order to develop more quickly and reliably, we had to reduce the depth of communication. So we quickly began recruiting experts, art technicians with technical knowledge and experience, and artists in various fields such as character and background models, animation effects, and UI. We hired a technical artist to handle graphics within the new engine, such as shader development and optimization. When it comes to shader porting, shouldn't we just look at the code and import it? It is certainly true that you can look at the code, understand its structure, and import it in a form suitable for Unreal Engine, but the problem was that the code was very fragmented. Of course, just looking at the resource structure and final rendering result, I could see how the shader was built. But what was important to us was not analogy, but accurate calculation. Even if the calculation is slightly wrong, a completely different result will be output. I recreated the art resource production process and began to analyze the database and rendering related codes one by one. I was able to piece together all the meaningful information one by one. As a result, and we have this video here, so this is the result. Neo uploaded to Unreal Engine to commemorate the success of Pleon shader porting. But it doesn't end here. As I was enjoying the joy of completing a successful shader port, I heard countless voices. So, when we get the light, it starts to sparkle, right? We can just set up the light when we take a screenshot, right? Right now, some outlines come out and some don't. Is everything coming out now? The color of the outline is also just showing off the dye color. My hair is sticking out through my clothes. Are you going to fix this too? Is my hair blowing in the wind now? Of course, it was just the beginning. What was fortunate, though, was that we had invited experts in each field. Please allow character shaders to respond to various light sources. You may be wondering how obvious this is. When using Unreal Engine, it is natural for 3D models to react to various light sources. The Eternity project inherits the flat yet unique colors of the current Mabinogi, while at the same time, the goal is to be able to interact with the variety of light sources. However, it is difficult to achieve both purposes simultaneously with the basic shading model provided by Unreal Engine. We created a custom shading model by modifying the engine code. By removing the fine surface bidirectional distribution function and modifying it to adjust the amount and color of light hitting the surface, a cartoon-like expression is possible. It was tuned to be affected by various fixed and dynamic light sources and provided to character shader creators. Simply put, if you only use the basic shading model provided by Unreal, you can lose Mabinogi's unique style with truly realistic light expressions. Unable to react to different light sources or only see the results of one or the other. There are many different solutions to this, but we chose to create a shading model unique to Mabinogi. And here you can see the default lit and the unlit. Good, now draw the outline too. Because the outline can give a completely different impression depending on its presence or absence, it is an element that can visually separate the background and the character. This is an element that would be disappointing if it were left out in a cartoon-style shader. As such, research is being conducted in a variety of ways. In the case of Mabinogi, a very thin outline is used. Due to engine limitations, it may be missing in areas where application is difficult due to translucent objects or some compatibility issues. There are many side effects, so all of these had to be resolved in the new engine. There are several ways to handle outlines. We tried many different things to find a method that suited Mabinogi's needs. In order to create a sensuous outline in a Mabinogi style while reducing man-hours costs, we chose the scene depth processing method, rather than simply transplanting the existing feeling, so that the color of the clothes shines through, so that the lines remain constant even when the distance increases, so that the lines disappear as the distance increases. To draw or not draw certain parts, to draw lines in translucent materials, etc., we encountered and dealt with a variety of issues. I was proud of the process of mixing and applying non-open technologies and working with character artists. As an 8-year Militian who is still working hard at Mabinogi, I was really happy to hear the news about the engine replacement. So what about the dislocated shoulder? Are all the clothes and hair moving now? In fact, after the decision to replace Unreal Engine, shoulder dislocation was one of the most heard stories. I too was eagerly hoping for this as a Militian before becoming a developer. The programmers and animation technicians put a lot of effort into this part. In the existing Mabinogi, there were insufficient examples such as shoulder dislocation. There were many shortcomings such as polygons breaking when the character moved. At Eternity, we aimed to look as natural as possible in shoulders, hips, etc. And unlike the existing Mabinogi, many bones were added to express the detailed parts of fingers. Additionally, additional bones have been set to make customization more natural. With so many bones added, it is difficult to simply port existing Mabinogi animation files. Based on the existing Mabinogi animation, additional parts such as the fingers are being worked on step by step, and the costumes are also very diverse. In a typical MMORPG projector, the bones are often set and the costume design is designed to match the position of the bones. Since Mabinogi's costumes were already available in various designs, it was necessary to match the costume to patterns. It is not possible to plant infinite bones, and it is difficult to animate or control a large number of bones one by one. Many experts are working hard to successfully replace the Mabinogi engine. Of course, there is still much left to do. A core part of the technical art issue has been dealt with, but in addition, there are countless elements that enrich Mabinogi, such as expressions of materials. We will do our best until the Mabinogi engine replacement is successful, and of course, we will continue to do so thereafter. Alright, so the Eternity page on the Mabinogi Korea website has been updated. So there's a lot of new posts, and we're going to look at this one first. So, Aaron long-term repair plan. So today I would like to explain the various processes for importing Mabinogi's 3D resources into Unreal Engine. In general, commercial engines, resources created with 3D tools are imported through a format called FBX. The Pleon engine uses its own extension called PMG. Therefore, in order to import already created 3D resources into Unreal Engine, a tool to convert the extension was needed. Thanks to quick development of the tools, porting each region went very smoothly. So it looks like they've already ported like all these regions into the game, but they still have to go over them, edit them, and make them look good. Like add all the movement permissions and stuff. So we were able to quickly port all areas in Erin to Unreal Engine. Of course, it would be nice if it ended here, but it would be difficult to say that the porting was complete simply by importing it. So yeah, they have to like add all the movement permissions and stuff. And here you can see them importing like resources from the logging camp in this picture. This is like Dugald Isle. Since detailed materials were not expressed in Pleon, it was also necessary to set each material anew to suit the Unreal environment. So like this is the road in Dumbarton. And I think this is what it looks like with the Unreal thing. That looks really good if that's an Unreal Engine. Things that were made so long ago that their form itself needs to be renewed may need to be replaced by making something completely new. I imagine they'll have to do a lot of that for like the insides of buildings and stuff, especially since like the insides of a lot of buildings are like 2D and look really crappy when you actually move the camera angle around in there. But here we can actually finally get like a good view of Dumbarton. So you can see how they changed like the entrance to Dumbarton here, and this looks really good. And also you can see like this board here, but it doesn't have like, it doesn't have anything on it where there'd usually be images. So it mostly looks like they're done with Dumbarton. Only after going through this process can you complete the background resources that fit the engine environment. Fortunately, all regions were quickly imported using the porting tool. It was pointless to transplant the costumes and hair in their basic form. The framework and wires themselves are lacking to provide natural movement. This is because the skin of the hands and feet also had to be replaced. Because there were many parts that were difficult to meet Eternity's standards, it was in a state where it could only be brought in after some processing had been completed from the beginning. First, rather than taking the basic form as is, we proceed with modeling work to process it to meet Eternity's standards. In particular, we add more wires so that not only the hands and skin, but also the clothes and hair can move naturally. Once the modeling is completed, a framework for natural movement is planted. If you make various settings so that the skeleton can move well... Okay, here's a video. Let's see that. Yeah, that looks really good. Of course, things with simple porting processes can be ported efficiently using automation tools. So here's like some weapons. As the final resource production is completed after going through such a variety of processes, the efficiency of the overall process is very important, as there is a lot of work to be done. We are building a solid foundation so that we can build on it without collapsing. So we saw this in the Korean fantasy party. They're like changing outfits and showing how like the hair and the outfits move. So this looks really good. I like the way this turned out, and it kind of shows us that... It kind of shows us that, like, Dumbarton is in progress right now, and it's getting a lot better. You can kind of see, like, here, how the shingles don't look very good right here. But they look really good, like, in this image on the right. Like, look how much more detail they have now. So today we'll be looking at a part that was shown in the Korean fantasy party for Mabinogi. We'll be looking at character creation in Unreal Engine 5. And we have English closed captioning. There's the login. So they played this live on stream. Here's the new character select screen. This looks pretty cool.
안녕하세요, 밀레시안 여러분. 마비노기 총괄 디렉터 민경훈입니다. 이번 이터니티의 소식의 시작을 제가 직접 보여드리고 싶었습니다. 그래서 캐릭터 생성 과정을 제가 직접 좀
So the director is going to show us the character creation process for Unreal.
업데이트 후에 실제로 만나보실 모습은 지금과는 조금 다를 수 있는데 지금 현재 저희가 구현해 놓은 모습을 천천히 보여드리도록 하겠습니다. 이렇게 하나씩 선택할 수 있고요. 세 캐릭터를 선택해 보겠습니다. 이 의상은 처음 보시는 의상이죠. 이터니티 버전으로.
This is the first time you've seen this costume, newly created in Eternity version. This is the newbie wear, okay.
전에 네, 잠깐 소개해드린 것처럼 이런 형태의
A while ago, yes, as I briefly introduced, this is
예쁜
now
신발도 이제 구현해 볼 수 있고요.
now let's implement pretty shoes in the shape of
일단은 남캐를 한번 잠깐 보여드릴게요.
okay, first the male character. So yeah, you can pick the male character's age, and this shows you like the stats, because the stats are like slightly different.
이렇게 당연히 나이도 이렇게 고를 수 있고요. 네, 능력치는 신경 쓰지 않으셔도 됩니다. 임시 수치로 넣어둔 거예요. 네.
So it looks like over here we have like a couple of different like starting outfit options. So like this is the newbie wear over here, and it looks like you can pick like one of these other 3 outfits to start with. So far this looks really good.
네, 얼굴도 이렇게 이거 이따가 조금 이따가 자세히 보여드릴 텐데 이제 남캐 헤어들은 지금 일단 반영해 놓은 건 이 정도고요. 여러 가지 익숙하신 헤어들이
Couple
있죠.
of the different male hairstyles.
네, 이런 헤어도 있고, 네, 그리고 당연히 이렇게 네, 색상도 선택할 수 있습니다.
And the different colors.
네, 일단 다시 돌아가서 네, 여성캐로 선택을 해보겠습니다.
And you can notice, like here, you can see some of the hair clipping through her outfit. So it's a lot easier to notice, like, the hair clipping through the outfits on the female character, because she has, like, longer hair. And the longer hair options typically, like, clip through the outfits more.
네, 예쁘죠? 예쁜 건
Yeah, you can see it, like, better up close. You can see how it's, like, cutting into the shirt and stuff. But it looked a lot better in game. That might just be, like, a character creation thing. Like, when I saw, like, the in-game footage that's later, it looked a lot better and a lot less noticeable.
가까이서 봐야 됩니다. 이렇게 가까이서 보시면 이 디테일이 좀 보이실 것 같아요. 이렇게 의상도 이런 식으로 디테일하게 표현해서 네, 구현을 해볼 수가 있고요. 피부 색상도 이렇게 선택한 대로 바로 잘
And different skin
발현됩니다.
tones. That's cool.
네.
That one's cool too.
이런 모습도 그렇고 다양한 모습을 볼 수 있고, 네, 저는 개인적으로 좋아하는 연한 복숭아 빛을 선택하겠습니다. 이 헤어도 이렇게 반영이 되는데 아마 지금 잘 아시는 헤어들이 있을 거예요. 네, 아시는 헤어들이 있고, 그렇죠. 이 헤어는 좀 이따가 다시 보실 수 있을 것 같은데 저는
Okay, this hairstyle doesn't clip through the outfit at all. So that's good. Because, like, the hair that hangs off to the sides here in the front, like, that's far enough away from the outfit that doesn't clip into it. And, like, the ponytail in the back goes out far enough to the point where it doesn't, like, clip into the back of the character at all.
죄송합니다. 제 취향대로 일단 선택을 해보겠습니다. 그리고 눈도 지금은 이 정도로 반영이 돼 있고요. 눈도 아마
Couple of different
잘
options for
아시는 분일
eyes.
거예요. 네, 이 눈으로 선택을 하겠습니다. 아, 제가 헤어 색상을 안 정했네요. 제가 그 블루 계열을 좋아해서 여기 제
Changing the hair
취향이
color.
명확하게 있지는 않은데 네, 다른 의도는 없습니다. 이 블루를 선택을 하겠습니다. 그리고 눈도 맞춰야죠. 네, 이렇게 맞추겠습니다. 그리고 입은
Yeah,
지금은
changing the hair and eye
하나만
color.
있고요. 그리고 장식이랑 화장도 있는데, 네, 이 부분은 네, 나중에 또 보여드릴 기회가 있을 것 같습니다.
There are decorations and makeup
아래
too,
보시면 이상
so you can use that.
입어보기라고 있죠? 네, 이런 프리셋들을 확인할.
Yeah, and here's some of the different like starting outfits. Now he's going through like those options. This one goes really well with the blue hair.
하실 수가 있습니다. 네, 이렇게 있고요. 그리고 이렇게 가까이서 보시면 좀 재질감이 좀 다르죠? 네, 이런 의상도 있고, 그리고 왠지 궁수한테 어울릴 것 같은 네, 이런 의상도 있고요. 네, 이런 의상도 있습니다. 네,
Yeah, this one looks pretty cool. Looks like an outfit that maybe like a priest or a healer would wear, like a priestess or a healer. Or a mage.
이제 본격적으로 한번 떠나보겠습니다.
They're laughing because the name was taken when he tried to name the character.
네. 서버는 지금 유튜브 하나만 반영을 해둔 거니까 혹시나.
The server currently only reflects one loot. They might be talking about like loot server. Since I've already done it, maybe other than loot, I hope the servers aren't upset. Okay, so he's gonna create the character. The owl looks pretty cool too.
어떠세요? 밀레시안과 에린을 연결해줄 조금 새로운 모습의 소울 스트림입니다.
The soul stream looks pretty good. I like how they added some color to like this part where you walk around. Like there's some blue, some gold, and maybe some like blue and purple more in the center where now is.
네, 여기 계신 분들은 너무 잘 아시다시피 마비노기에서 의미 깊은 장소잖아요. 네, 그래서 좀 더 가슴에 남을 만한 모습으로 변화를 시도해보고 있습니다. 우리 나오가 쳐다보네요. 네, 아이고 죄송합니다. 제가 지금 손이 떨리고 있어요.
These dialogue options on the side are pretty cool. Like, I like the way the boxes look for text and everything. So far, this looks pretty good as far as the interface goes for like chatting with an NPC.
네, 뭐 하나하나 말을 걸어보고 싶지만 지금 이제 보여드릴 게 좀 더 있기 때문에 에린으로 바로 가겠습니다. 네. 다음에 또 만나요.
And now she's gonna send us to Aaron. Wait, let's go back just a little bit. This was just a brief moment, but it looks like this would be like the loading screen. That might change, like before it comes out. This is just a test play that they're going through. But this is simple, it looks nice. Wouldn't mind if that was the main, like, loading screen. And then they finally get into game. And you can see that there are, like, a couple other characters out here. These might be members of the development team that are, like, working on it. or it could be some sort of closed beta in Korea. Either way, I think it's a good thing that they're like stress testing it. But yeah, we'll look at the gameplay and cover that in another video. But that's the character creation. And so far, I think it's pretty good. Alright, time to play Mabinogi today. So I guess we can't use the event inventory or the master plan inventory anymore. I can pull things out of there, but I can't put them back in. So I have to do some major inventory cleaning today. Do I need those enchants? Probably not, right? Nah, we'll get rid of those. Let's put these pieces over here. Just like that, we'll just stack those up so they look nice and neat. I don't want to get rid of this parchment because that's material we can use to work on our glyph writing later. And that can go, that can go, that can go. Wait, not the full recovery potions. I do want to keep those, actually. We can move those over here. Let's move that whistle over here. Alright, let's toss all that. And all that. Looking a little bit better. And we'll get rid of some of those gems by feeding my spirit weapons. So... who's ready to level up? The spear can. Let's feed her all those. And then those two as well. And we can get 10 more bond points. Raise that one spawns to 100. Now let's get rid of some of those herbs by planting some herb patches, which I was going to do yesterday, but I just didn't have the homestead stone to do it, so we'll do that today. Gonna finally start up an herb garden with Xanafiedlion, so there's my pick. Maybe I'll do some bounty hunting today too to get some additional homestead stone, because I think I'm gonna need more. So we have 41. Let's start planting some herbs. Right in the very back here. What do you mean, not enough materials? We have 117 base herbs. Is it because they're my master plant inventory? Is that what's doing it? Or maybe this is just not updated? Pull it back up. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just an update. How did I do it for Xanafied Neko's homestead anyway? Let's take a look. Okay, so base, mana, bloody, sunlight. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 per row. Well, actually, no, let's go back there. I need to farm more. Okay, so now we have a lot more base herbs. Let's go ahead and plant some more of those on my homestead. So how many do we have now? $180. Wait, that's 5, right? Yeah, so one more here. Oh, now Homestead Stone is the problem. Okay. But we'll do other stuff for now. Worry about getting some Homestead Stone later on. There's a lot to do today, so I might not get to that today. Who knows? I can put most of those homestead seeds in storage. I don't really need them right now, so we'll pack those up in a minute. Get rid of all that. Hard to see what's over here, so the logo blocking it. Here, we'll give Atap a lot of the homestead seeds. I think that'll be fine. So we'll put them in this inventory. think we got all the homestead seeds out of there, so that's good. Let's put that bait up here. And we'll move these crystals. Well, let's just put them in this inventory, actually. We can give this to one of the other purlings that holds all the ore and stuff. Put that there. This one here. Fishing chair can go right there for now. Oh, these stack. Nice. Put that there then. Oh, right, the purling's interfering. Fine. Get rid of the summon then. Okay, get rid of those. Jeez, I have a lot of these fragments. Bring these ones over here too. Clear up some room. Might delete some of those. I don't think I need that many. Okay, put that over there. Let's bring all these over. We're gonna move this spirit transformation liquor. We'll put that like right here for now. What kind of tailoring pattern do I have? I don't really care about that. We're gonna go ahead and delete that, actually. Okay, put that there. And put this red one right here. Let's move this over one. And let's move this like up here. Don't I have a bag for storing wood? No, I guess I don't. Okay. Let's pull these over here too. Let's summon the cat that I store mining stuff in. Is it this one? Yeah. So we can put these ingots in here. Copper and iron ones. And do we have any like bars? I thought I had some like gold or mithril bars or something like that. No, I'm not seeing them. Okay. Just taking one last look around to make sure I don't miss anything here. I'll probably see it after I cancel the pet summon. Okay, we don't need this many fragments, so we're gonna delete some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll leave 4 of them. I do not need that many. And all that can go too. Yeah, we'll get rid of those 6. We have some cheap leather. I have some leather straps to put away. I don't think I need my fine wool anymore. Oh, that's for like an old Gen 9 quest. We can delete that monocle. I don't need that anymore. Stack that bait up. I'm a little bit behind on my ice fishing. I'll have to do that sometime tonight when I'm AFK. Let's move this one up here. Perfect. That's a lot better. Put this over here. Put the bandages like over here. Put that bunny gem right here. Take this box and put that right up here. And then let's put our herbs in here too. Just like this. These can go over here. Put these two homestead items right in here. Shadow crystals, we'll put those extra ones there. And potions next. Can these stack? No? Okay. Nope. Let's just put these like right in here then. Deal with those later. I think that's everything except for that item. Oh, we do want to save that. Where are you gonna go? Right here for now. Can I pet is that? Oh, the idiot treasure map one. That's a flying carpet pet, basically. Okay, so now we can close up this inventory for good. We don't need that until next time. And let's take this orb and put that right there. And this right over here. Alright, we got the event inventories all cleaned out. And let's actually register for the new events, because we have some new stuff to get to. Yeah, we have to talk to someone in Dumbarton for the next Pan's attendance event. I also saw on the stream that they're bringing back that Candy Island event thing that's like just outside of E-Main, but that's not coming this week. That's gonna be like later on. The event's always a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to it returning. It has like a fishing event and some other stuff. Right, so we can get like Lolar's outfit pieces. She's the Sacred Guardian Arcana candidate from this event. Her armor is kind of cool, but I'll probably sell most of the event pieces that I get from this one. Oh, these are rental outfits. How full is the server right now? Let's find out. It was busy when I logged in, channel 4 was, so... We have... Channel 1 is full, that's good. Channel 4, 6, and 13 are all busy. Oh, a lot of those dogs. I think that's like a... That's like a idle animation from one of the new gacha things. That's cool how they got all their dogs to move like in sync together like that. Wait, so are these bags still good though? These don't expire for 9 days. Can I still use these? Okay, I can still use the ones from the last attendance event that we had. But I probably can't, no, I can't stack them with each other because they're, well, they have the same name, but this one has like a special sheep icon, so they're different. Yeah, to free up inventory space, I can actually delete these, like realistically. Like, I'll get enough of these to the point where it won't matter. So I'll delete the old ones. That's fine. I know one thing I need to do. There's some homestead missions that I need a horse for. Did I already take my horse to level 200 with one of those things that, one of those potions that can do that? No, I did not, so I'm gonna use one of those on you. So you can actually participate in those homestead missions for me. Oh, I didn't boost him to 200, but that one was a weaker potion. Still should be enough. Let's go see if there are any missions that require a horse that we can send them on. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, now he's finally an option, so that's helpful. Do I have any pets that count as like a pig? I'm not sure if I do. I don't really have any pig pets as far as I know. No, I don't think so. But a medium flying pet. We can send you out there. And you. That'll do. How long will that mission take? 8 hours and 24 minutes. That's fine. I probably won't need these pets today, so... Okay, we'll send that one out. Actually, I could use more mushrooms when I plant mushrooms here, so I will do this one. I do not have a pig, but we do have all the other requirements. Oh yeah, you're small. You'll work. And that one too. 84% chance, I can live with that. Let's send them out. Yeah, so most of this will just take like an hour or less, except for that big one. Alright, let's go find out what the veteran dungeon is going to be, and we'll run that. Time to make some gold. I think today I'm going to try and level up my Arsenal Gunner. That's what we're going to do. I want to get that next link unlocked. Link 12, I believe. And then, like, after... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I need to change channels real fast so I can get my new shadow missions. Yeah, I didn't really do the rental thing, so that's not really a concern to me. Is that gonna pop up every time? I guess so. So CR for the veteran dungeon, and what do we have for the shadow missions? All out war, an enemy behind. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. I think what I'll do is I'll do the veteran dungeon first, and then we'll take a... We'll do some tech missions for a bit, we'll use up some near tight, we'll do like 2 or 3 tech missions, and then we'll take a break and do our shadow missions in the middle, and then go back and do like 2 or 3 more tech missions. That way I just won't like get burned out on that tech mission. So I think that's how I want to do it. What's the normal daily dungeon? Which I probably won't do unless I get like a unrestricted veteran pass, because I don't want to have to pay for an advanced pass for the normal daily dungeon. Because for no reason unrestricted dungeon passes were removed from the game and made irrelevant, which I expressed how much I disliked that in the survey I took recently. Alright, so we are going to see our dungeon, and if we get an unlimited veteran pass, we will go ahead and do Coil. So dual guns and staff, because we're gonna use meteor a little bit. And let's summon up these two. And also let's pull up that status list so I can see, because I like seeing the time limit for the Gunner's Crest. Alright, we'll drop this here. I think CR is probably the easiest veteran dungeon, so it won't really be a challenge. Move those keys down here. A little bit more. Like right there. That's good. Okay, we'll use this to run them all up. Just like that. That was weird. The game literally froze for like a few seconds. It could be because of the player population or something. Oh, it is busy. Huh, strange. I hope that's a problem on Mabby's end and not on my computer's end. Let's get that guy. Alright, looks like everything's working fine now. And time for the boss, which is a golem and some skeletons. Yeah. So let's take care of these guys real quick. Hey. Oh, they're actually doing some damage. Good for them. At least they're not completely useless. Alright, Meteor. 6 times. We'll switch back to our guns. I was gonna freeze him. Yeah, let's do this and let's use that. Perfect. Lock on. Got him. 17 minutes and 12 seconds. Smoldering thread, gems, gem powder. Alright, we're gonna go do some tech missions. So that's the plan. And for the tech missions, I am gonna use Dark Diviner just because Dark Diviner has like better range. So we're gonna switch. And I'm gonna use those nice tech checks to pay for the remaining Scorching Crests that we need to level up Arsenal Gunner. So we're gonna go do that. I don't need this open right now. Let's switch back to this skill bar. And right here. Alright, let's start doing tech runs. Okay, I think that's like 8 times, right? We have 2 near tight left. Let's take a look at some of the things we got so far. The spellbook thing looks interesting. Where can I repair this? Magic school repair. Okay, what about materials? Where have all the materials I've been picking up going? Doesn't look like they've been going in here. This all the checks been going in there. Those doors still unblocked, so nothing's going there. Oh, here we have some awakened strength fragments. Now let's switch to another playlist real quick. So we'll play... Let's go with some Fantastic Melody songs. So I can do 2 more tech runs if I want to. How much do we have here? 180, 180. So that's like 360. That's like 540. $720K, 890K, $1,000. Wait a minute, 1,080K, I think. Okay, so over $1 million. I think we'll do the other tech missions like tomorrow or something. We've already done most of them for the week. And I can sell those strength fragments too. So that'll get us 100 extra K. Open shop. Alright, and let's go to the association room. Gonna switch to Arsenal Gunner again, because that's what I'm making crests for. Let's take out... Let's do this. Let's take out 800k. Oh, I already used that recently, yeah. Crap. Let's go to Cobb. We'll go to Cobb's Bank. Alright, we're gonna take out 800k. Because we made like a little over $1 million doing all those techs, so that should be fine. Take out all that. Then we're gonna go back to the association room. And first, we'll get 60 more crests for 600k. We should have like 480 left. It's nice. So how many more do I need? We need like 28 more, which will cost about 280,000 to process. So we'll just buy those. Smoldering thread. Yeah, sure, that's a good price. Let's purchase all of that. Oh, nice, and that scroll sold. Finally got rid of that thing. So we'll get 49 of it. Or wait, not quite 49, 48 of it. Turned into crests. That's a little bit more than what we need. And now we can level this up again. So 3 more levels to go. And it also costs 260 AP. So what's the next level gonna offer? Max damage and tracer pod damage multiplier stays the same. Transmutation energy stays the same. Arsenal gunner's skill damage stays the same. Detonation field duration stays the same. Gunner's crest duration stays the same. Nothing's changed yet. Normal attack range plus 2 meters. Okay, so that's nice. That's one thing. And critical damage. Okay, so we're gonna get normal attack range plus 2 meters, and our critical damage will go up by 1 at the next level, so not a huge improvement. In order to get that, I'm gonna need a lot more Scorching Crests. I'm gonna need 2 more of those Frost Flame ones. So let's see what we have. We made like 3 mil off that thing, so I'm not gonna feel too bad about buying some ice. Or Frost Flame Thread. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is all, like, really cheap. Let's buy this stack of 13 for now. I think that'll be good enough. And we'll collect that. What about Smoldering Thread? Okay, let's buy these 2 stacks. Purchase all. That's fine, because that scroll sold, I'm gonna use that scroll money to pay for this. Like, we've only spent a little over $1 million out of that 3 mil I just made. Okay, and then let's pull all of this out. I need to get to a bank. Let's pull out 3 mil, 300,000, I think. Hey! Crap, I guess I can't hold that much. Here, put everything in there. What's the maximum I can hold? 2 mil. Okay, fine. I'll take out that first. Back to the association room. So we're gonna get that next level now, because we can. And, like, most of this is gonna be just covered by that 3 mil I got for that scroll and the checks I got from doing those techs, so I'm not even wasting that much of my actual gold. Okay, 2 of those will be 300k, which is all we need at the moment. And I just need to make one more trip to the bank. We're gonna get the rest of that smoldering thread processed. Leveling up Arsenal Gunner is kind of important to me right now. I want to get that done. Okay, we'll take out 1 mil more. Actually, let's take out 1 mil and 200 and... wait a minute. 220,000. There we go. That way we can just get rid of all of the smoldering thread that I have. And then we'll work on getting the rest of that frost flame thread turned into crests throughout, like, tomorrow and next week. Okay, so how long do I have? Let's unlock that next link. Link 3. Well, actually link 8, but whatever. The third Frost Flame thread link. Okay, so at level 9, the damage and the Tracer Pod multiplier stays the same, transmutation damage stays the same. So does the Arsenal skill damage and field detonation duration. Gunner's Crest doesn't go up at all. Normal attack range is still 2 meters. Bullet barrage, final bullet damage, plus 50%. So what, the last bullet from that attack does like way more damage? Okay. I guess I'll make a small difference. Oh, and I guess there's all these little things too. So heavy artillery attack radius goes up by 1 meter. Calamity cannon attack width goes up by 1 meter. Calamity attack range goes up by 2 meters. Bullet barrage attack range goes up by 2 meters. Okay, so this is all pretty good. They're all like small alone, but this is a lot of stuff. And MP, stamina, and critical damage stay the same, so it's mostly these things that will be new at the next level. And I don't know what surprises we'll have at level 10. So how long do I have before these expire? 4 days. Okay. And 22 hours. So... yeah, I'll do something about these. I won't let them expire, even if I have to take like a bunch out from the bank to prevent them from expiring. Like, I don't want them to go to waste. We'll get it done. There's 11 of those. I can't move. What's going on with that? That's weird, the game froze up again. I'll play another game after the stream just to make sure it's not like a computer issue, but I think it's on Mabby's end. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Okay, so we need 40 of those ice crests. How full is the channel right now? Oh, now channel 4 is normal. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with those, like, small freezes, but... I'm assuming it's something going on with Mabby, but I'll make sure to test that out just to make sure. Because Mabinogi is so old, you can expect to have problems with it, so... if I ever do experience, like, minor technical difficulties while I'm in Mabinogi, I make sure to test it out with other games that are a bit more modern, just to make sure. Let's go ahead and put this somewhere else, so... do that. Alright, and I think we'll wrap things up right around here for today, so... we'll finish up the 2 remaining tech missions and do some basic runs tomorrow. I'm gonna try and maybe do some commerce too. But that's it for today's stream.